Also close Overwatch. Boop. So I don't know what this is supposed to be about anymore. I remembered at the time I purchased it, though. Ghost of Miami includes text-to-speech mode to help sight-limited players experience the game. I don't need that, though, because I can't. It seems a little loud. Oh my god, that's so cute. I love that BG. Hold on. Where's my fucking mixer? Sound manager? Nope, that's definitely not it. Game, please, I'm begging you, my ears. There we go. Much better. Cello. That's what I'm reading it as. Ethan. Lucy. Janet. Tala. Richard. Well, this is cute. I wonder if I went invisible again and then popped on again. Oh yeah, nice. It did it. Sweet. Yeah, it is. They really nailed the 80s aesthetics. It's a sunny morning in downtown Miami. I have my own office, my own apartment, and a full day ahead of me. And also the music is way too loud, even though I definitely adjusted that. 3. People go missing every day in Miami. Some want to be lost, some weren't on anyone's radar to begin with, and some just have no one to care about them. My name is Consuelo Martinez, but everyone calls me Cello. I think that's right. I find the people who slip through the cracks. Look at this face. Too bad I haven't got a single case yet. It's been a couple months already, and I had to cut my food budget to make rent. I'm pretty hungry. Oh, that gurgle, that's a gurgling noise and not like a sipping sound. You know what? That's probably because ROM was also made with like a kind of 80s, what do you call it? Palette? 80s colors palette, basically. Very saturated. Hey, Justin. How's it going, dude? Maybe if I go downstairs, Mrs. Woon will give me a pity sandwich. Oh, I love pity sandwiches. Hey, thanks, Mankey. The Woons are good landlords but strict. They own my little apartment building and run a bodega on the first floor. I wonder if they'll evict me if I don't show up with a rent check next month. I hope not. For now, I'm starving. Maybe a sandwich or one of those really, really old hot dogs. Oh yeah, the ones in the roller. Let's see. There's a missing sign on the wall. You probably should go for that one. The Tiny Market is a community staple, the corner store that has it all. Last August, Lewis Miller busted in, high as hell and probably drunk too, waving a gun and screaming bloody murder. Mrs. Woon took the gun out of his hands, and her husband quietly packed Lewis's favorite snacks into a to-go bag. Good people. As usual, Mrs. Woon minds the cash register like a mother hawk. The local kids call her La Serpiente. La Serpiente? La Serpiente? I don't know how to say that. All of my meager middle school studies of Spanish are failing me. The snake, because if you steal from her, she'll take your hand. Hola, Mrs. Woon. Hola, ¿cómo estás? I'm doing okay. I've been better. Business has been slow. Look at that face. I like Tiny Market is like the actual name. How about you? It's fine. I'm too embarrassed to ask her for food. Let's see, I have $1.30. Yikes. Well, it's good for a snack at least. What should I get? Oh. Yeah, it's a late stream. Sorry about that. I just, decided to stream Overwatch and then Mankey talked me into a different game. Chips? Ice cream? Ask for a sandwich. Chips would probably be the thing. I guess I'll just have one of these. Are you broke? Am I what now? No. I have $1. I have $1. You never have to lie to me, Consuelo. Just take a sandwich off the shelf. I'm worried about other things today. Thank you so much! What's troubling you, Mrs. Woon? Grace is missing. Grace, as in your daughter, Grace? Since when? Grace said she was studying calculus with Marcy. My daughter works very hard. I wasn't surprised when she called to say she was sleeping over with her friend Marcy. They've been doing sleepovers since grade school. Grace just turned 17 a few months ago. I remember Marcy from the birthday party. Chinese girl, a little older. I remember her being serious, maybe a little humorless, but with real affection for Grace. But I just got a phone call from Marcy's mother. Grace hasn't been there for weeks. I've never seen her look so scared. There aren't many Koreans in Little Havana. I once asked Mrs. Woon why she started a business in Calle Siete. Siete? Yeah, that's Siete. She said, we wanted to start a family in a place that's sunny and hot. I was Grace's babysitter when she was younger. The Woons wanted her to learn a little Spanish. It's scary that she's missing now. I can't imagine what the Woons must be going through. Have you called the cops? Yes, the desk sergeant said, this month we're focusing on drug dealers. No time for runaway teens. What? It's the police! Good Korean girls do not run away, Miss Martinez. Well, I know a detective on the force. How about I ask him about your case? Business has been slow. Huh? You find missing people. That's what you do. Yes, that's right. I'm surprised she didn't remember until, like, just now. I'm always asking her for new missing person notices. What would it cost for you to find my daughter? Mrs. Woon's tone is flat and her expression is, well, her usual deadpan. You might think she doesn't care about Grace at all. But Grace is the Woon's only kid. I'm sure they'd do anything to find her. What's a reasonable price for finding someone's only daughter? Let me think. None of these are good answers! Oh my god. I mean, they're my landlord. Free food for a year. I think this is the most reasonable. Because this is the 1980s. $500 is kind of steep. 3 months rent? I'll be able to focus more on cases if I get a break on rent. Could I get some leniency for the next 3 months? 2. What? Is she for real negotiating over her missing daughter? 2 months rent, free of charge. If your business isn't off the ground by then, it won't be a business at all. You're right, I guess. Can I put an advertisement up by your checkout counter at least? Fine. Just find my daughter. Find Grace. I'll try my best. I see Grace around all the time. We live in the same building after all, but I know almost nothing about her. What can you tell me about your daughter? Grace is 17, about 5'2". She looks like her father. I'm looking for context about her. What kind of person is she? Where would she go after school? Grace is a good girl. She's a straight-A student. She used to play piano, but I wanted her to focus more on her studies. She was lovely at piano. Now she comes directly home unless she's studying with Marcy. Tell me about Marcy. Marcy Ling. They both attend Fairview High School and have been friends since elementary. That's a good lead. Where do they usually study? She's your only daughter, Mrs. Woon. You have to know something about what she does after school. What should I say? The library? After-school tutoring? My straight-A student, hard-working daughter. Does she go to the mall to be with friends? I just don't know. I was never taught to be a mother, not in this way. I knew I wanted my daughter to be free-spirited and also hard-working. It would be easier for her here in America. Too easy, perhaps. Too free. She looks sad. What can I say to that? Hey, it's not necessarily like that. Grace could have gotten into a million things. Come on. Think really hard. Miami is the coolest place in the world. Where would Grace want to go around the city? You can't just not know your daughter at all, right? When she was a little girl, we'd take her to the boardwalk. Now, there are so many young women there in just underwear. Like, bikinis? It's inappropriate. She wanted so much to be beautiful like those American girls, though, to wear popular clothes. Huh. Okay, well, it's kind of vague, but I'll check it out. Clue found. Well, that might be true, of the missing persons thing. Blah, blah, blah. I honestly don't know. Check the notebook for more details. Most you still up going. The boardwalk up north. Okay. It's hard, you know, to be a parent and to consider your child as the manifestation of your parenting ability. That's not how that works, necessarily. Like, you can't, like, that's like a 50-50 split. Because my mom was one of 6 kids, parented by the same people, and they all turned out very differently. My mom was kind of a delinquent compared to her siblings. Not that she was the only delinquent, but still, like... And me, I got into plenty of things that have no bearing on how my parents parented me. I'm sure that's not how Grace thinks of it. When I was her age, I just wanted to be a real person, like an adult who supports herself in the real world. I was so ready, and I couldn't wait to grow up. I don't really think that anymore. It takes time to be who you want to be. But when you're a teenager, everyone just wants you to be the vision of something else. I believe I see your point. Oh, Mrs. Woon, I didn't mean... It's alright, Consuelo. And you're right, outside of Grace's academic career, I do not know how to guide your search. I'll talk to Marcy, and maybe some of her other schoolmates will know a thing or two. I'll get some notes together and get right on searching for your daughter. Mrs. Woon looks like Rebecca Sugar. My landlord runs a little convenience store on the ground floor. She's stern, but much loved and well connected. Thank you, Cello. You're a good girl. Yay, we're a good child. Well, that was a weird conversation. At least I have a job now, and a sandwich. I don't know quite how to deal with Mrs. Woon. If I'm going to find missing people as a full-time gig, I gotta learn how to talk to people better. For now, the case of the landlord's missing daughter. Where should I start? Oh, a phone message. What's this little tongue face? Hey kid, es tu hermano. Ugh, my brother. What could Mickey want? Money, probably. Well, too bad for him. It's been a while, Chica. We should catch up. I've got a great new job by the docks. By the docks? Mickey's not the type to do loading or anything legitimate. That's probably means some new dumb criminal enterprise. I told my boss about your business, though. He says he wants to meet you. Why are you blushing, buddy? That's new. Can you come by sometime today? He's really connected. He could help you get the private eye thing off the ground. Anyway, let me know. I'll be at that big green warehouse on Ocean something. I misclicked. Oops. Hope to see you there, Cello. I miss you. Well, that's different from most of Mickey's messages. I guess I should see my brother at some point, and yeesh, how long has it been since I've called Mom? One more thing on the list, I guess. Alright, I've got a notepad, a pen, and a couple good leads. Let's get some notes down about Grace before I forget. Notepad is where Cello records her thoughts about certain characters, and where she saves clues about the case she's working on. Cool. Great. Thanks. Of course, if you want all the details for a particular conversation, you can scroll through the full log. Okay, so he said Ocean, warehouse on Ocean and 7th until 9 or so. Okay. Because I feel like I'm going to actually have to manage time and stuff. You were just thinking Steven Universe? Clues in your log can lead you to different areas, so don't forget to check them periodically. There we go, nice and organized. I feel like I suddenly need to turn the brightness down on my monitor, but I don't actually have brightness controls. It's kind of bad. My eyes. There we go, nice and organized. I think I can get all of these places today. Better watch out, though. May not always have free time to follow up every lead. Okay, so it really will be. So where to first? Okay, so either we go see our brother, or we go look for Marcy at the high school, or investigate the boardwalk. I think we should just kind of go... Oh, how cute! Fairview High School. I haven't been back here since graduation. I've got a load of good memories. Maybe just nostalgia. Let's look at how young and optimistic these kids are. I hate them. Yeah, you can pay me $1 million to go back to school. God knows. Oh, there she is. Mary Ling? Marcy Ling? Marcy? Oh, she's cute. What's up, Doc? Who are you? Oh, wait, your face is familiar. You're the detective who lives in the women's building. Good memory. I'm Cello Martinez. I don't want to make you late for a class, but do you have a moment to talk? It's about Grace. What about her? I haven't seen Grace in forever. She looks like Vanellope von Schweetz. She was spending all of her time with her stupid boyfriend, the one who works at the bank side. She was always like, ooh, my parents are shitty. Trevor's the only one who really gets me. Ugh. I heard he was a total burnout who didn't even finish high school. We're gonna run away together. So bogus. Wow, she just spilled the beans like right out the fucking gate, my dude. The bankside, open notebook for more details. Do I really have to? Grace was dating an older man named Trevor. He tends a bar at the bankside, my best friend's nightclub. Oh, okay. She changed a lot over the summer. I guess I missed the old Grace. I'm sorry. I'm afraid Grace has been missing for the past 2 days. Mr. and Mrs. Woon have asked me to look for her since the police have been occupied, I guess. Do you know where she might have gone? No, we don't hang out anymore, like I said. Look, you don't have to talk to me if you don't want to. I'm just trying to find Grace Woon. Why would I tell you anything? You're not a cop. Marcy talks a big game, but her shoulders are shaking and she has a white-knuckled grip on her textbooks. She just needs some persuading. Marcy, I need your help. Grace could be in trouble and the cops don't return calls from people who live in our neighborhood. I'm worried about her. Aren't you? Things have been different lately. Different how? Grace is just bitchy now. Like, not even in a cool way. She doesn't do work. She screws over her friends. Last time she was over, she stole $20 from my dad. He would have given her the money. She could have just asked. Yeah, I'm worried about her, Miss Martinez, but I've tried really hard to be a good kid, and now Grace is one of the bad ones. And that scares me. Does that sound like totally stupid? Wow, you couldn't pay me to relive high school. Even the smallest things seem so big and confusing. No, I get it. I went here, you know, to Fairview, class of 81. You can check the yearbooks. I was in a band while I was here with some of my best friends. You don't make friends like that after you graduate. Any help you can give me, you won't regret it. If anything happens to Grace, you won't be able to forgive yourself. Marcy looks so scared. Maybe I came on a little strong. This is tougher than I thought it would be. You're right. I haven't seen her haven't seen her in a while at school, but she's been running with a different crew lately. One of the gangs? No, not quite. She's been too squeaky clean, and plus she's a little afraid of a real gang. Some other group, like stoners maybe? Not the kind of people you want to hang out with. Who could put me in contact with them? There's one senior who knows everyone at school. Everyone knows her and everyone likes her. She's cool. She's usually over with the... Oh, there. Tala. Tala, you got a sec? Oh, she's cute. I like the little streaks here. A lanky young woman breaks away from a pack of laughing upperclassmen. Her features are striking, but not in a harsh way. Even at first glance, she seems open and friendly. Hey, Marcy, how's it going? Who's your friend? This is Cello. She's looking for Grace. You know, Grace Woon. Could you help her out a bit? Oh, of course I meant for Grace. Is she alright? I'm Tala Nasiri, senior class secretary. What can I do to help? I've got to run to class. Sorry I couldn't help you more, Miss Martinez. Just Cello's fine. Thanks. When you find her, tell Grace. I mean, I don't know. It's really messed up that she's missing, and I'll tell her you're worried about her. Thanks, Marcy. I don't want to open the little book. Until recently, until Grace started lying, using drugs, and stealing. Great. So, I'm happy to help you out in any way I can, but can I ask you a question first? Oh, honey, you gay. Are you the Cello Martinez who was in the tank tops? I think I saw you play when I was a freshman. Oh, honey, you gay. Well, okay, remember, this is the 1980s. This is when peak use of hairspray was. Like, for teasing and making hair real big. Oh, yeah, that was me. And the girls, I can't believe anyone remembers us, to be honest. We were really only played school events. Plus that one time at Lucy's Club. I can't believe she talked her dad into letting us jam there. No way! I wish I could have been there! It was for 30 minutes on a Tuesday. I don't think we had any audience at all. I guess if you'd been there, we'd have one fan at least. So, you're the connected one at Fairview High? Guilty as charged! I've spent my whole high school career getting to know everyone here, including the teachers. I've even got keys to the admin office. Because, you know, people who are adults have bad judgment. Just tell me what you need, and I'll hook you up. We just met. Do you usually offer your breaking and entering services to total strangers? You're not a stranger. I listened to your EP like a million times. When I was 14, it was like the tank tops and Madonna non-stop. I guess I had a bit of a crush on you. You know, back then, when you were cool. Not that you're not cool now. You're totally cool, probably. I'm gonna be sick. Oh god, what a mess. She's so flustered I have to stop myself from laughing. Does she really think I'm cool? Yeah, right. She's so high school, looking around for her friends, making sure they don't see her being unchill. I believe you, but all I need is some names. Who was Grace Woon hanging out with? What was she up to? She's been missing for 2 days, and... Whoa, like, missing? Not skipping class? Grace was the kind of straight-laced freshman that no one ever gossiped about, but then she got caught forging some late slips. She's smart, but she kept getting caught doing stuff, smoking in the bathrooms, getting high behind the trailers, that sort of thing. Weird, huh? Whenever I talked to her, it was like she was too good for this place. But now she really only shows up to school, so the school won't call her parents anymore. Believe it or not, I know the feeling. The day Mama found out I was in a band, she was so sure that glam rock and alcohol were corrupting my soul. She poured out all of the alcohol in our house. I'd never even had a drink. So, who was Grace hanging out with? Oh, a weird crew. They used to smoke weed behind the gym, but Andy Carroll got caught by the assistant principal, and his dad had him transferred to military school. I guess they mostly hang out by the boardwalk by North Beach. Small-time dealers, they want to stay away from the actual criminals. Okay. Getting some pieces. This is how you would probably be talking to a girl, like, oh god mood. I wish I wish I could do my hair in any manner, but I'm so fucking lazy. Hard to imagine Grace caught up in all that, but she wanted so bad to hang. That's some great info, Tala. Can you give me a name? Someone I can ask for when I'm down there? Like I said, I try to stay on top of the gossip here. So, I might have shaken down Andy Carroll for the name of their little ringleader, but it'll cost ya. Name your price. Oh. What is with this gay game? You get to take me out sometime and tell me all about what it was like at Fairview and what happened to the tank tops. It's a small price to pay, right? You'll do it. And Mama said the girl band thing would lead to nothing. What the fuck is this? Oh my god. Look, I'm really flattered. It just feels a little weird, you know, to be back at Fairview, talking to a high school kid. You get it, right? Sure, old timer, whatever you say. The man you're looking for leads a pack of students who deal to the foreign tourists who come off the cruise ships. Okay. I never met him, but he sounds like a total creep. His name's Jed something? Starts with P, maybe? Well, okay. Jed the drug dealer sounds like a real creep who might just know a thing or two about selling to high school kids. If you have any more questions about these high school kids, you can always call me. She gives me a scrap of paper with 2 numbers written on it. This one's my pager number in case I'm in class or at an audition. This one's for my home phone. Grandma Nasiri usually answers. Thanks for your help, Tala. Have a good one. Don't worry, sister. I'll be seeing you around. Tala... Oh my god, you're kidding. If only Nancy Drew games were like this. Oh god, mood. An excitable 19-year-old. I guess she was put into school late? Good lord. That wasn't the lead I expected, but that girl was sweet and sharp. It wouldn't be awful to see more of Miss Tala Nasiri, but I really hope my job doesn't bring me to Fairview High again. Better get back to it. Okay, so... Boardwalk... okay, if this is called the Broadwalk? Broadwalk. I guess maybe that's just its name instead of Broadwalk, Boardwalk, or something like that. Hold on a second, I have a message. Oh. Never mind. It's just Tori adding. So we're still in the morning phase, so I don't think it would be terrible to, like, go and just kind of go in order. Now we're in a car instead of taking a taxi. The broad walk along the North Beach is very good and is everything good and everything bad about Miami in one place. On the one hand, you've got the long stretch of perfect sand and all the shops and cafes full of happy people enjoying the perfect day. On the other hand, a lot of those people are tourists, loud, obnoxious tourists, and with tourists come people trying to take advantage of them. This is Miami, though, so I'm looking for a low-life drug dealer who's not above selling to kids. I don't know what he looks like, and I don't want to alert the authorities. There's a whole row of people selling bootleg cassettes. Maybe they know something. Hey, I'm looking for a man named Jed. A friend told me he does business with the tourists. Girl, there's tourists everywhere here, and everyone does business, but maybe I could hook you up with what you need. No offense, but I've got more than enough of that. Jed, he works with a bunch of high school kids. Come on, do me a little favor. If you know him, you know he's bad news. Your business could get a bump. You're not a cop, are you? Just looking to conduct some business without ruffling any feathers, please. Okay, but this doesn't come back to me. Truth? Jed's a real shit. I wouldn't mind seeing him out of here, but a raid on one guy means a raid on all of us. Heard? He's the guy in the hat at the end of the row over there. Look, for the knockoff shades and the grin like he's just screwed your sister. I promise I won't make any waves. You've been a great help. A grape help? A great help. Oh boy, look at this motherfucker. Fedoraing it before fedoras. Wow, look at that guy. The description was spot on. He's got a face I want to punch. Maybe I shouldn't do this. I don't want to get too involved with actual scumbags. Is this really you, Cello? Deep breath, girl. You're doing this because no one else will. Hi, you Jed? I was told to come looking for you. Boy. What do you need, baby? I got all kinds of stuff for a pretty girl like you. Maybe we could watch one of these tapes together. It's the real dirty kind, get me? You look like the type. My punch hand is itching. What do I say? I'm new around here and my friend said you could hook me up. I'm looking for someone and I hear you might know her. I want to go direct to the point. Her name's Grace. You seen her around? Doesn't seem familiar, no. A lot of Asian tourists around here, though. What's your girl like? She's sweet. She's missing. A little lamb gone astray. Truth is, her mom asked me to look into her disappearance, and here I am. Huh. Good little girls get their jollies further along the beach. You should move along too, kid. You're right. Thanks for the help anyways, though, Mr. Powers. I'll let her parents know. See you around. Feel like I flubbed that, but whatever. Scumbag and a criminal costs her a ton of money. I wish his information weren't so useful. Okay. Now that's strange. I didn't tell Jed that Grace was Korean. One thing's for sure. This guy Jed knows Grace. Odds are good that he had something to do with her disappearance. But I've hit a brick wall here. I better move on. We're gonna go see Mickey. Because I'm worried about missing out. I'm sure the bar will be there. There's a weird, ghostly haze around the Dodge Island docks, even in the bright Florida sun. You can see downtown across the water, but even the skyscrapers are eclipsed by the huge container ships coming in and out of Miami. Mickey didn't give me a specific location, so I guess I'm waiting here, all alone. I don't know what I was expecting. You can't pick your family, I guess. Wait, is that Mickey? Hermanita, ¿cómo estás? I'm so glad you came. I'm good, Mickey. Thanks for the invitation. Though, to be honest, I'm not sure what I'm doing here. This guy is dressed like he belongs on Full House. What kind of mess are you into this time? You wound me. I know you and Mama are always on my ass about getting a real job and staying out of trouble. But this one's a real thing. I mean it this time, little sister. In 6 months, your boy Mickey will be taking care of you. I guess I can't throw any stones. I don't have a real job anymore either. And thank God for that. I hated working at that gas station. So what's this new gig? It's cool, I promise. See those big ships? The one with the south side of the port? The ones making deliveries to Richard are marked with an orange insignia. We unload his shipping containers and sort them into that warehouse, the tall one over there. This way, I'll show you. Is Richard a drug dealer? Here's where we unpack and sort the goods. We get a lot of product, so the sorters work in shifts around the clock. See? It's all totally on the up and up. Totally. Boy, that face sure tells me something. Right. So, what are you doing? You're a little too old to be a stock boy. According to Richard, I'm a security consultant. Sounds pretty official, right? Mickey, it sounds bogus. What's in the shipping containers? And who's this Richard guy, anyway? Come on, sis. It's not like that. Not anymore. Oh, really? I saw at least 5 guards coming in here, and another 3 inside. They're not just watching the product, they're watching the sorters, too. The containers are marked, the shipments are specialized, and the sorters can't be trusted with the product. You're in a smuggling ring, Mickey! I can't believe you! Cello, keep your voice down. It's alright, Mickey. Your sister is as astute as you promised. It's a pleasure to meet you. If you part Mickey's hair, I'm pretty sure it will reveal a massive forehead. That's a fucking fact. Who the fuck is the Yusung looking bastard? It's apparently our brother, Mickey. Mickey, who is in trouble again. So this is Mickey's new boss. A mafioso. He's pretty stealthy for such a tall guy. He seemed to appear out of nowhere. Tall and, really handsome. His features are square and his eyes clear and sharp. He's got a little gray in his hair, but it looks great. This is a disaster pan, and you know why she's pan? She's got my pan colors on right here. I apologize, sir. My brother has a bit of a reputation, and I've got a suspicious personality. Tell me, Miss Martinez, are you a woman who can distinguish between suspicion and paranoia? I'd like to think I have a healthy skepticism. Emphasis on healthy. I'm talking more formally. I'm nervous, even though he's not even all that imposing. He leans away from us, his weight on his heels, his big hands at rest on his sides. That's right. Mickey said you were some kind of private investigator. I suggested that he bring you here. I might be of assistance to you. Mickey, do you mind? Please, Miss Martinez, if you'll join me in my office. Sure thing! Call me if you need anything, sir. Why would you help me? We just met. I don't even know what to call you, Mr. Richard's fine. So long as I may call you Consuelo. As far as why I would help you? In my line of work, I found that enterprising allies make for good business. Your brother's proven himself an admirable employee with a sharp eye for my kind of business. Here we are. Cello. Everyone I know calls me Cello, and thank you for the offer. I hope I live up to my own reputation. Anime eye on the wall. But, how do you intend to help me with my work? If I've kept track of all the innuendo, you don't exactly operate within the law. Geez, his office is nice. You'd never know it was at the back of a dingy warehouse by the docks. It's not mahogany paneling or anything, but it's clean, organized. He's got a fuck ton of shoes for some reason under his bookshelf. Very chic, only a little intimidating. Cello, a beautiful nickname. Thank you for sharing it with me. I'll treat it as a privilege. As far as the law goes, you're not a police officer. You're not even a licensed PI. When it comes to the law, we're both on the outside, looking in. Perhaps you've drawn a solid line between what's legal and what is not. It's a strange philosophy to me, but I'm not in the habit of denying people their own beliefs. However, I have connections on the darker side of that line, information that might be of use to you. If, that is, you are interested, Miss Cello. I'm very sorry, Richard. It's been kind of an overwhelming day, and I'm still not done with it. What exactly are you asking me for? I mean, if I can be frank, my brother's kind of a... Wait, this is Mickey's first real job for a while. I don't want to sabotage him with his boss. He's kind of a character. Why would you trust his word this quickly? Your brother's ambitious, as are you. Your brother doesn't do jobs for me. He does work. It's a quality I look for in potential associates. Tell me, Cello, will you deign to associate with me? I feel a sharp little pain as my teeth dig into my lower lip. I'm flushed, too. God, is he laughing at me on the inside? Get it together, Cello. I get the feeling, sir, that you want to be involved in more than my professional interests. I like it when you call me sir, Cello, but please, just Richard. For now. You have good instincts, just like your brother said. Look, if my brother told you anything, it's that I'm forward, and I don't worry too much about politeness. I don't know what you want with me, but right now I'm thinking whatever it is, it can't be good. I'm never going to work with you if you can't be straight with me. So tell me what you want. Fair enough. I appreciate someone who demands respect, even if some might say they have yet to earn it. Perhaps I was taken in by Mickey's fascinating stories about his Hermanita. I was simply curious about you and your career. But as it turns out, Miss Martinez, you are very lovely in person. Cello, please. Why aren't you saying anything like, forgive me for being forward, or maybe this was too fast? This little face here, what's going on? Cello, you seem to take pride in being forward yourself. Why should either of us have to apologize for that? He says my name with a low growl at the back of his throat. The blush on my face will probably be permanent now. Disaster pan. Oh my god, he dresses like Yu-sung. What the fuck? The hair's even... It's just like 80s Yu-sung. 80s Latino Yu-sung. Not Latino. What were they? Is Latino the right word? Suddenly can't remember. Didn't they say they were like Cuban? I'm not sure. I'll have to remember later. Joke's on you, buddy. I got a wire hidden in this hair. Amazing. I would say handsome, more sleazy douche. I don't know. 80s businessman. He's not bad. But he's also got shoulders up to his neck. If you know what I'm saying. Like, you know. Okay. That's fair, I suppose. It's just surprising. Not many guys or people in general approach me this way. Not at all, really. Cello. There he goes again, saying my name that way. I can almost feel it hovering between us, raising the hairs on my neck. He feels close, even though he's not. His eyes are deep and focused on my face, and I half expect him to reach out and pass his hand straight through me. I'm a ghost. It's too warm in here. His gaze is too warm. You may be used to boys, but I am a man, and I intend to behave like one. Unlike a boy, I will not chase you. I will not show up when you don't expect me. I value your independence. I would not infringe upon it. Why did I get a sugar daddy in like the 0.2 fucking seconds I've been here? I'm patient. I will wait until that independence brings you to me of your own free will, when you're ready. You may never be ready, but when you are, call me. If by then you only want my information and my connections to the underbelly of the city, I will give them freely. How did I freely put freely in freely? Thank you. You're right. It's unfair of me to be so blunt, then panic when others are forward with me. I'm also flattered by your invitation. I'll definitely think about it. But honestly, right now, I don't know what to do with this at all. Richard is handsome and interested me. But as he moves around the perimeter of his office, I can't help but feel not intimidated, but scared. Like I'm in a beautifully appointed office with a tiger. The best I can do is keep my cool, and I'm barely ahead of my own embarrassment. Right now, I think I should focus on getting my business off the ground. You can understand that, right? Look at this bitch. Look at this bitch. Maybe it's a Dream Daddy crossover. Also, I don't want to say that word no more. Why do I keep doing that? Very well. In that case, is there any way I can help you with your current investigation? I'm looking for a girl named Grace Woon, high school kid. She's never been in much trouble, but now it seems like she's looking for it. She's attended Fairview High, but hasn't been around lately. Frankly, my organization is larger in scale than your typical street gang or high school dealers. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I won't be very helpful in this case. However, yes, there was something about Fairview High a few years ago. A group of students, truancy cases, were known to mug hapless tourists. If I remember correctly, they preferred one particular overpass. It's close enough to downtown Miami that the tourists don't get suspicious. Every once in a while, some of the gangs will roll through those places. They like putting the scare on preppy kids. You know the ones. They think they're bad until they meet the real thing. I don't want to look at the clues. It feels slow. The preppy kids from Fairview were known to mug tourists beneath a certain highway in Overtown. I hope this conversation will be helpful to you, Cello. I'd hate to waste your time. That's not much to go on. You didn't give me much to work with. I guess I'll have to come with more next time. You'll be rewarded with your diligence. Or for your diligence. Also, did you guys notice that his, wrinkles, disappeared, momentarily? You seem like the kind of man who keeps his promises. Return here and you'll find out exactly what kind of man I am. There it is again, that cold shiver running like an electric current down my spinal column. Looking into his eyes is like staring up into space, its darkness with infinite depth, and frigid and fascinating. Part of me says, Cello, run! Run fast and hard, because this man is dangerous and hungry. There's another different part of me, and I don't know which one's stronger. If you have anything I need, Richard, sir, I'll come back for it. I have a standing appointment in 5 minutes. Forgive the rudeness, but I'm afraid your brother will have to see you out. Have a nice day, Cello, and good luck with your investigation. Richard, you are a ham. A ham sandwich. Mickey's new boss gives off a real man of mystery vibes. He's striking for sure, but I don't quite trust him. It too, Richard. So, Richard's a really cool customer, huh? Right? A real dyed-in-the-wool businessman. He thinks I have potential. He thinks the same thing about me. It makes me a little nervous. This is a good thing, Cello. This is the start of a series of good things that will help me take care of you and take care of Mama. Sorry, I just really wanted you to see your big brother come into his own. What did you and Richard talk about? It's a long walk back to the main road. I tell Mickey about Grace, about how behind I am on rent. I leave out the details about his boss, but mention that Richard offered to help me. Thanks for thinking of me, Mickey. I'm sure it will be a lot of help. There's a lot of stuff going on. I don't really... This dialogue feels right. There's a lot of stuff going on, brother. Let's have dinner with Mom before she hunts us down and forces his food down our throats. You're right, huh? Okay, I'll call her and set a date. You free this Friday? See. I'll make myself free. Thanks, Mickey. Good luck with your stuff. Igual tu, Hermanita, excuse me. Blah. We be hearing from you. Igual tu? Igual tu? Igual tu? Igual tu. Adblock, shut the fuck up. Basically says... that's basically just a you two, then. Okay. Yeah, that's, Justin, honestly, I was noticing the ears because they were reminding me of other characters with large ears that I'm aware of. He's a train wreck, but a brother's hugs are always the best hugs. It's nice to see him smiling again. Better work hard, so I'm still the good kid. It's getting late. Better head home and take some notes. So we're not gonna get to go to the club. What a long day. I'd give anything just to tumble into bed, but these notes won't organize themselves. Today was frustrating. Am I coming at this all wrong? Tomorrow I'll take a look at the other side. Police reports, hospitals. It'll be a lot of running around again, but I feel like I'm so close to finding Grace. She's out there somewhere. I visualize her face from the last time I saw her in the tiny market. I can bring her home. I can do this. You can do this, Cello. Oh, a message. Hope it's someone good, not the electric company trying to collect again. Buenos noches, Hermanita. Just wanted to let you know Mama wants to have dinner with us 2 nights from now. Please be there, Cello. She's making arroz con pollo with Abuela's recipe, and you know if you're not there, she's going to mess up our Nana's legacy. Don't work too hard. If you look like an old maid, what? We'll both have to suffer when Mama asks you about your love life, and I don't want to hear it. Thanks for dropping by, Cello. Your faith in me is the most important thing I've got, and I'll repay it, I promise. Does that mean I have to get a girlfriend in 2 days, otherwise our mom's gonna kick my ass? Oh, that was sweet. Kind of. I guess it will be good to see Ma, too. But enough of that. Tonight, I'll organize these notes and make a game plan for tomorrow. Oh, shit. There's nothing quite like waking up to a bright, sunny Miami morning. It was a late night, but at least I got all of my notes together. Sure, I had a dead end in trying to follow in Grace's footsteps. But I brainstormed some other options. Today, I'll look into where she might have ended up. First, the local hospitals. That's a long shot, but if Grace was hurt or found without ID, she'd be still admitted to an ER or something. There's only 4 in the area. It shouldn't take all the day. Next, the cops. Sure, they told Mrs. Woon that she was out of luck, but maybe they can do something about the skis ball, Judd Powers. At least I can bother my contact there. Detective Harris will talk to me. And hey, maybe there's something I missed from yesterday. It's a lot of ground to cover in one day, but I'm pretty sure I can investigate all these places. I may not always have time, though. I'd better keep an eye on it. The cops always say that missing persons cases are on a timer. I might have to be more selective in the future. Where should I go first? I want to go to the club. Clubbing right in the morning. Bankside hasn't been renovated in over a decade. It's a little noisy nightclub that hasn't quite made it out of the disco era. My best friend Lucy, Luciana Escobar, grew up around this place. When we were 10 years old, her dad was put in charge of it. And yeah, I know what you're thinking. Lucy's dad, Rafael, is one of those Escobars. Well, one of those Escobars. He's more like a distant cousin, but the family link is there. It's never bothered her, though. Lucy wears the best clothes, gets nice perfume from Florence, and never ever works for money. Oh, she's cute. Cello, my beautiful girl, my loveliest friend. What is this? This thing with your face. You look sad? Yes, that's how you look right now. It's very depressing. Stop immediately. I'm joking. I think it's very thoughtful of you to come. Oh, Lucy, it's been so long, my love. It's been a few weeks since we talked. You know, I'm sorry. And there's a lot of stuff going on, and I'm stressed. I feel way better just seeing your smiling face. Oh, my sweet girl, I love you so much. Come. It's the perfect time for lunch, and you owe me a date from February. I can't right now. Oh, but Cello, you promised me lunch. I'm sorry, Lucy, but I'm actually here on a job. Yes, clubbing, we are going to see cavemen. This is the cutest girl. Holy shit, look at this cute girl. I have to screen cap this, hold up. Hang on, I gotta edit this. Ugh. Yelling at 4 pixels to play Ghosts of Miami. Why is she wearing Fruit Loops on her arms? Because that's all the rage. I hate Lucy's stupid pout. She's so spoiled, but it wholly works on me anyway. Just seeing Lucy's pout is like escaping the planet's gravity. This is such a cute fucking scene. What the fuck? I hate this. They're so cute. They're so fucking cute. $1,000 signs for the working girl. Well, fine. What did you need in your giant brain to solve this case of yours? I will help. And one day, when you need to work, you will lunch with me instead. It's this little smirk. Of course. I absolutely promise. Perfect then. I'll make reservations. So tell me about the case that you're working on. Is it exciting? I dish about Grace Woon. Lucy leans in toward me, wrapped with every word. She's fascinated with real jobs in a way that's both endearing and infuriating. Miss Woon gave me her last yearbook photo. Seen her around ever? Oh, yes I have! Not in the actual club. She meets Trevor out back when he's on his smoke breaks. Strung out little schoolgirl. Looks so brittle, like she would smash into pieces if you hit her. Now that I think about it, I have not seen her in a week, maybe 2, and Trevor has been here every day. What if they broke up? Oh god, I am such a bad gossip. I'm sure it's fine, Lucy. You don't mind if I ask him a few questions? The boyfriend? Of course, Trevor's one of the good ones. Nice to the waitresses, takes the drunks' keys away from them, not one of those shitty beach bartenders who shows up an hour late for shift, drunk and coked up. He's on a daytime prep right now, the pale one, there. Thanks, Chica. I'll catch up with you later, okay? Don't have too much fun. She's got such a cute face. Poor Lucy. She seems so bored, haunting her father's club like a sad ghost. She used to go out all the time, but now all her friends have real jobs. Rafael Escobar's beautiful daughter, always the party girl, laughing and drinking and warming the VIPs so that spend at her father's bar. I know she manages part of the business, too. Her energy keeps the bank side afloat. There's a few rich cabrones who come in night after night, getting the big tabs at the bar, just to impress Luciana Escobar. I'm exhausted just thinking about it. All I have to do is chase a Korean American teen all over Miami. Hi, you're Trevor? Boy, this kid does not look like he slept in 8 years. Also, this top looks funny. Yeah? Who are you? My name's Consuelo. I live in the same building as the Woon family. You know them? You're here. You know I know them. Well, just Grace. I didn't expect to hear from them after Grace broke up with me. It was so, what's the word, unceremonious? I don't know what I expected, but not to be kicked to the curb by a kid. Have you ever been in love, Miss Consuelo? Not quite. More to the point, how long has it been since you've seen Grace? And also, why are you as an adult dating a 14-year-old? Let me think. Almost a month ago, I'd say, but she's dropped by 2 days ago during my lunch break to ask for money. I guess she was pretty disappointed. We got clean together. Clean? Wait, Grace was using? What were you on? What do you think? Sorry. That's shitty of me. She used to be a good student. Straight A's, the perfect little girl for demanding immigrant parents. No offense. None taken. Keep going. Grace was always a good student, but she started to fall behind. At first, it was stimulants to help her study for tests. But, I was using, you know, cocaine. So she joined in and said it was helping her in class. A few months after that, she wasn't going to class anymore. She started selling her things to get a score. I swear, I'm clean now. And for a while, she said she was too. You were the one who got her into the harder stuff? Didn't you help her get out? I tried, okay? Maybe when we were both into it, I lost sight of what the coke was doing to her. And once I cleaned up my act, I thought I could help her out of the rut. That's when she dumped me. She doesn't call unless she needs cash. I gave her some a couple times for my pocket, not the till. But last week, I had enough. She got pissed and said all she wanted was my money. The club is lit with pink neon lights, but his eyes look wide and clear. Trevor says he's clean, and I believe him. Thanks for being honest, Trevor. It's really helpful. Is Grace really gone? You can help bring her back, Trevor. Tell me about her supplier. We used to buy from my friend, another bartender nearby, but I asked him to cut us off when I decided to go straight. There might be someone else, but... Look, I don't want to get her into any trouble any more than she's already in. Look, I want to help you. I really do. Grace was my girlfriend for over a year. We went through a lot of stuff together, and I really thought we had a future. But Jed and I used to be like brothers. If he goes to jail, I'd never forgive myself. I get that, okay? You can trust me on this one. I'm just following Grace's footsteps, and I'm pretty sure Jed is the one of the people she saw before she disappeared. Grace didn't rat you out, and I won't either. Jed, huh? I guess I know why Trevor's so worried about his friend running a drug ring of high school kids who get him into trouble with the cops and the cartels. Fine. If you're trying to find Grace, and you swear you'll be discreet. I never gave her cash, but I did tell her about Jed Powers. He operates on the boardwalk, waiting for cruises to let off. Tourists don't haggle, see? Grace found him through some shitty friends at her high school, but he didn't know that she was my girlfriend. Like I said, she was a real good kid once upon a time. She was naive, and Jed took advantage of that. His prices were way too high. How was she supposed to know? So Grace stole cash. She'd ask her parents for nice stuff, then turn around and sell it. To Jed, she was just an easy mark. That's his favorite kind of mark. If you go down there and act like you're lost, he'll find you. I should have protected him from her. Or her from him. But she wouldn't take my calls, let alone my advice. Well, we've kind of flubbed that, haven't we, if we've already contacted him. Ah. Is this the Dream Daddy Hotline Miami crossover? If only. Where? For a moment, Trevor looks like he might clam up, but then... South side of the Broadwalk. Because, no. South side of the Broadwalk, where you can see the cruise liners coming in. He does good business there on weekends, when it's busy. Today or tomorrow, you'll find him. I hope this helps you, Consuelo. She pushed me away, but I want her to be okay. I never meant to ruin her life. Thank you, Trevor. I'll let you know what happens. That looked like it went well. Are you actually a good detective, Miss Consuelo, my beloved? He treated me like some kind of authority figure. I almost can't believe it. We're getting so old, my friend. My father asked me today, Luciana, when will you be married? Luciana, why don't you have a boyfriend? Can you believe me tying myself down to one man when the world has so many? I cannot even get a lunch date with you. Who will take old, sad Lucy out to dinner and dancing if her best friend will not? Holy shit, who is fucking messaging me? Ah, I see. Hold on, I gotta open this so it will not ping so much. Okay. The main character is a female. Okay, good night, Justin. Thanks for hanging out. Alright. You're only 24, but whatever. Your father has a lot on his plate. Let me think. When will I have time to make a date with Lucy? Ow! You know my policy on teasing. Ow, you punch like a truck. Lunch plans, pronto. See. We'll go out for a reel as soon as I get some regular work and can afford to treat a lady like you to an elegant night out, okay? Just you and me. Promise? Someplace nice? Luciana Escobar. I absolutely promise I will sweep you off your feet in a way that makes your father very uncomfortable. Lucy looks so happy. Some days I feel like I'd do anything to make her smile. Thank you, Cello. Now go, solve your case, so I will not have to miss you for too long. I love you, Chica. Call me if you need any help that I can give. Person of interest. My childhood best friend. She's spoiled and kind of a brat, but she's always on my side cheering me on. Thank you, Lucy. I'll schedule a date for the moment I find Grace. I'd rather stay and have lunch, but there's a ton more to do. Where to next? Okay, police station or hospital? Drunk stream? I don't drink. Thanks, Preston. Basically what's going on is, I'm playing as Detective Cello, who's trying to find her, landlord's daughter who went missing, 14-year-old. Sure. Let's go to the hospital. Gotta take a bus, apparently. Hold on. There's another message. Why? Okay. This is the 4th hospital I've been to in a couple of hours, and the farthest inland by far. Maybe Grace's disappearance has nothing to do with Jed after all. The only things I've learned, receptionists are very nice, nurses are very busy, and no one has time to talk to you in a hospital. I guess I should be thankful if Grace hasn't shown up in a hospital. That it may mean that nothing horrible has happened to her, or means she's dead. Or something horrible has happened to her in a place that's bad enough that no one can reach her. But I won't know for sure until I check the last hospital. Let's keep going, Cello. We'll find something eventually. Hi, excuse me, I'm looking for a... Oh boy, oh wow, that guy's arm is just almost detached. I am so sorry for interrupting what's going on here. I wonder if there's someone I can call. Maybe a less busy time. Hello, I couldn't help but notice you tripping over yourself a little bit there. I know this hospital pretty well. Are you here for someone in particular? I'm Ethan Brown. I'm an EMT here. Ethan, bless your handsome face and your kind heart. I've been so many hospitals today and I still don't even know what people are and aren't allowed to tell me. Everyone in a hospital pretends to know what they're doing. A little cluelessness is actually refreshing. But there is a lot of privileged information for sure. Are you a reporter? Or like an alien girlfriend? Do you have a name? And should I be worried about talking to you? Oh no, I'm looking for a missing girl. She hasn't turned up in a couple days, and all I can tell is that she hasn't been admitted to any of the hospitals I've checked so far. I'm helping out with an investigation. But maybe she was admitted without an ID or under a pseudonym, and no one's been able to tell me. To be honest, I'm not even sure how much you can help, Mr. Brown. I'm Consuelo, by the way. Cello for short. Martinez. Cello, I'd be happy to help you, but I'd really prefer that you call me Ethan. I can't give you specific information about people who have been admitted, including what they're being treated for, but let's see if anyone matches your girl's description in the year admitted chart. I think that'd be a good start. She's 17 or 18, Korean-American, speaks fluent English, about 5'4", I think. And you say she might have come in as a Jane Doe. We've got one here. She's been here for a few days, no name. I don't think she's Korean, though. I know you can't tell me what she's been treated for, but is there anything on her file that might help ID her? I don't... Well, wait a second. It looks like this one filed a police report. It says she was assaulted by some kids by the university, left her under a bridge like this, unconscious. Why can't they keep those files straight? The police report is a victim's name, just not the hospital records. What was her name again? Grace Woon. Huh. I'm making an assumption based on the name, but I don't think we have your friend. I'm sorry I couldn't be of more help to you, Cello. Ethan, wait. What if she got checked into the urgent care center? You know, that's a very good point. She wouldn't be the first kid who's checked herself into the urgent care center. The hospital is really confusing. I'm worried I'll slow you down. Do you mind checking for me? I'll stay right here. You're right. It's kind of a labyrinth in here. It's kind of labyrinthian in here. I'll check those records for you and come right back. Don't get into trouble now, Miss Martinez. What a sweet, trusting man. I feel a little bad for sending him off, but at least he left the files here. Yes, here we go. This was the police file he was looking at. I wonder what he wasn't telling me. It looks like Grace wasn't the only girl who disappeared for a bit in the past 2 weeks. This girl, her name is Jackie Mills, affluent teenager from the burbs. She claims she wasn't doing drugs. The test come up positive for cocaine. She's been beaten up pretty badly. Dun 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 dun. He just lost his job over the HIPAA violation. Yeah, I know. Grace, I hope you're okay. Come on, come on. I just need to find out where she was assaulted. Here, 2 blocks from the university, under 95. Yeah, that definitely sounds familiar. It's like the city couldn't clean up Overtown, so they just built a highway so the rich people could go above it instead of through it. Oops, there comes Mr. Cutie EMT again, and the file goes right back. Here. Sorry, Cello, I found nothing. If you leave me your number, though, I could call you if she comes in. Thank you so much for your help. And if you see anything suspicious, please call anyway. I'm always on the lookout for new cases. He's cute and stuff. It was really nice to meet you, Ethan. So, what's your next case, girl detective? That one. Since we have time for everything today. You did the drinking for me, Mankey. Wow. My mouth is like so dry. Also, I keep hearing the cat yell, so hold on a second. Quilt! Quilt, what are you doing? Quilt! Yes. Okay, alright. Ugh. Okay. Oh, right. I just realized that I've had my cup right over the pro tag the entire time. Oops. Probably shouldn't have done that, but I will. Can mostly see her, right? I've known Detective John Harris all my life. He was friends with my father before Papa went missing. Now that I think of it, I don't know why or how they became friends to begin with. Even so, going to the police station makes me nervous every time. Maybe it's how they grilled us when Papa disappeared, like we were the criminals. A ton of them are on the payroll of various cartels and criminal organizations, too. At least I know Detective Harris is on the take. The devil you know, huh? Still, he was a good friend to my father before he disappeared, and he came over frequently to let Mama know about the progress of the case. Sorry, guys, I gotta open this chip bag. I'm dying for some Cheetos. He also let us know when the case was marked as cold. The guy might have been a dirty cop, but at least he was kind to my family. You lucky bastard. I wish I'd talk well right now. Excuse me, I'm looking for Detective Harris. Is he around? Cello, how nice to see you. How can I help you today? Oh, you've got that weird frown on your face. You're not here to see your old buddy John. There's something on your mind. That obvious, huh? Maybe you're still an okay detective after all. You've got the badge and the gun and everything. They even make me wear a uniform every once in a while. Not that it fits anymore. I'll have to get a new dress uniform for the retirement ceremony. Just one more year, eh? Mama said we'll be making you a cake for sure. It's this case I'm working on. Oh, a case now, huh? There might be some cop blood in you yet. Hey now, Sheriff, I'm trying to be serious here. Okay. Proceed, Deputy. It makes me smile in spite of myself. Maybe some people used to play cops and robbers as a kid, but Mickey and I played under the direction of a real cop. It probably explains why I ended up with being a sleuth, even if I couldn't cut it as police. I'm looking for a girl, Grace Woon. Her family already reported her disappearance to the cops, but they said they couldn't do anything. But I think I've got some extra information that might help. She was definitely associated with a guy named Jed Powers down by the pier. He was dealing drugs to her and probably other high schoolers. He's got his own dumb little gang of them by the south end of the boardwalk. I've seen his name before, mostly as a known associate. In and out of prison. Was definitely in juvie at some point. Let me check the file. Yep, here we go. A recent note against him. The officer on duty was Sergeant Walters, who took the report of a concerned parent who says Jed Powers tricked her daughter. Unfortunately, trickery isn't exactly something the state can prosecute, and a little petty theft isn't even a great reason to bring someone in. I wouldn't be surprised if this guy was dealing drugs, but I guess the parent in question never put it together. Rich suburban folks, you know? No clue what their brats are. What brats their perfect children are. Okay. Jed Powers has a reputation for tricking rich, clueless kids out of their cash. Maybe I should play dumb around him. Is that Hapcello? I think I'm beginning to see something. If I catch him red-handed, will you bring him in? Well, of course. You're my trusty deputy, after all. Now, will you do me a favor, Miss Martinez? Whoa, my last name. Am I in trouble? Of course. What do you need, Sheriff? You need to visit your mother. She says she's been calling, and you haven't called her back. I know. You want to strike out on your own, and since your dad's been gone, she's been protective. More like overbearing, demanding, and needy. But she's still your mother, and it's important for you to look after her. Fine, I'll have dinner with her this week. I know she wants to look out for me, Sheriff, but she wants me to follow some kind of path that's normal for her. Normal in Cuba. The job, the husband, the kids. Eventually. To her, I'm already an old maid with no value besides who I can get to take care of me. I just wish you'd believe that this thing I'm doing, that it's real. I want to find lost people, John. It's important. I know that, and I do believe in, and I believe in what you do, but your daddy raised you American because he loved this place. Your mom is Cuban. She never wanted to be here, and it was that obligation stuff that made her follow your daddy to Miami. You're not going to make her understand it, the lifestyle, the job, how important it is to you, if you don't talk to her, Cello. Hey, don't look so blue. You know, you remind me so much of your father sometimes. I've probably killed him, because that seems like the kind of plot twist that would happen here. I'm scared. I'll forget about him, Uncle John. Now I'm worried about you, kid. You haven't called me Uncle John in ages. It means a lot to me. I never got a chance to get to know my dad as an adult, you know? I'll never know what he was thinking when he... Cello, I know a few things about your dad, and one of them is that he'd never leave your family, not willingly. You stop that kind of thinking now, or else I'll tell your ma you miss her and that she should call you twice a day. Hey, please don't. Sorry, Detective Harris. Thanks for your help. With the case and with everything else. Anytime, Deputy. Next time I call your ma, she better tell me all about your brand new flaws. Fine. We got to head out, though. I'll catch up with you later. What a good guy. He keeps my head on straight. Where should I head to next? Huh. What does all of this look like if I put my notes together? Really? Two long days. I hope all that legwork was worth it. I hope I can find Grace. Pounding the pavement. That's what cop shows call it. Either way, I'm relieved to be back home. Oh? Who's that? Hey, Cello. Miss Swoon let me up. I'm Grace's friend. Marcy? Sure, what's going on, Marcy? Here. I half expect her to hand me the object and walk away. She's a surly teen, after all. But she waits, gesturing for me to examine the book she's brought. The cover's pink, with silver flowers printed on it. A cheap metal lock protects the pages, but Marcy or someone has already broken it. I flip through the first few pages, and there it is, written in neon purple ink. Grace Swoon's diary. How did you get this, Marcy? Grace always said her greatest secrets were in here. I didn't think it would help. I mean, how big could her secrets be? And again, I'm not the private dick or whatever you guys call yourselves. She came by my house randomly a while ago, totally strung out. I told her I didn't want it, but she insisted. Said it wasn't safe at home. I guess I didn't take her seriously. She's supposed to be my best friend forever, not some drugged out missing girl. I don't know what to tell you, Marcy. You're not your brother's keeper. What does that mean? This mood. Oh, night-night, Tori. Bye-bye. What's that supposed to mean? Was I supposed to be? Would Grace be safe right now if I had looked after her better? Well, you're helping me find her now, so that's what's important. You don't buy that for a moment, do you? Your older brother is a mess. He's in and out of trouble all the time. He said some hurtful things, and I know Grace said some shit to you, too. Who's Marcy's brother? Giving me access to a part of her life. She was shitty to you and abandoned your friendship, but you still care enough to do this for her. Don't get your hopes up. I read the diary, and I don't think it'll be much help, but all I can think of, it's all I can think of, you know? Is Trevor her older brother? I'm like racking my brain, because it's not Jed. Just find her, will you? So I can stop worrying about her. Thanks again, Marcy. I know this wasn't easy. Whatever. Okay, let's see what we've got here. How about an entry from last week? Another report card. Straight A's like always. Mom was so proud. Trevor said he'd cook up me a special dinner when he gets his day off from the bar. Huh? That's odd. Here's another one. Marcy's so perfect. That must be why we're such good friends. Wow. It's like she made up a totally different life for herself. They say these are the best years of your life. Who's they? Well, anyway, I don't know if they're right. But it really feels that way. Every day I feel braver and stronger. I do things I've never done before. I'm in love with every single day. I hope this never, ever ends. Was she just delusional? Her handwriting is bubbly and pretty, like she wanted everyone to know that her life was great. The rest of the diary is more of the same, except here, where the writing begins to get shaky. She still pretends like nothing's wrong, though. Marcy's right. I won't be able to find Grace by following her personal fantasies. Okay, let's start with where she wasn't. According to Mrs. Woon, Grace didn't sleep in her bed 3 days ago. I don't know if she skipped school that morning, but she definitely met someone for lunch. That doesn't seem to fit into my timeline. She didn't show up at school and ended up on the boardwalk later that day. Yeesh, I wouldn't go back to high school for $1 million. Every little thing felt so serious and impossible. Not that they were all bad times, but geez, when I think back to all the stupid drama and how important it felt. One time, Georgia had her eye on Ty Zielinski. I dared her to do it, and she ate 3 of those weird school pizzas at the same time, stacked them up, and just ate through it. Lucy and I had to stand guard by the boys' bathroom as Georgia processed. We waited through a class period before busting in. Georgia was in tears because she devoured all that bad pizza, and Ty Zielinski didn't even notice Zielinski didn't even know she did it. What the fuck? I didn't even know she liked Ty, now that I think of it. God, it was just so much pizza, and she was so ill. I guess I'd rather think about food than high school drama. I'm so hungry. Don't get distracted, Cello. Despite what Jed Power says, I know Grace was on the boardwalk that day, but what was she there for? Drugs. Yeah, that's right. According to both Marcy and the boyfriend, Grace was doing harder drugs. Yeah, I'll bet it was to keep up with her studies. I never cared enough about my classes to even study for them, let alone take stimulants. I guess after the uppers weren't enough, she just didn't want to feel anything at all. All of those grade school anti-drug campaigns must not be working if a good kid like Grace gets pulled in. Her diary doesn't say much about her life as it was, but it does paint a picture of what her life should have been. Straight A's, perfect boyfriend. That was the facade. And even after she started using, the pressure to be perfect was still on. So she goes to a stranger out of desperation and... Hey, wait, that's a good point. Why didn't Grace just go to one of her other friends? I mean, Fairview was nice, but... I mean, I always knew where to score, and I wasn't even one of those kids. I wonder if anyone's by their phone. Maybe I could call. I want to call Tala. Hey Tala, it's me, Cello Martinez. You free to talk? Yeah, the old timer. Please, please, please. Tell me you need help with a case. I'm glad you're excited. Honestly, I'm stumped, and I thought you might be able to help. I've connected Grace to the sketchy dealer you mentioned, but I can't for the life of me figure out why she went to him to begin with. Do you know why Grace would turn to Jed instead of one of the many other people who can get drugs at Fairview? That's a tough one. I don't know Grace that well, honestly. She always struck me as one of those nerds. I was surprised to see her hanging with... well, with the burnouts, and her boyfriend always had that cool rebel vibe. He was so out of her league. Or so I hear. Ouch. I'm glad that I'm not the subject of high school level gossip anymore. Appreciate your honesty, at least. You should. I'm Iranian. I haven't seen my dad in 9 years. Some crazy religious guy takes over, and now it's too dangerous for me to see my dad. Most of my classmates only ever think about which cheerleader likes what center forward. It's stupid, but kind of nice to be around people who think their social clique is the most important thing in the world. But life isn't really that simple, is it? I haven't seen my dad in a while either. Since I was a kid, really. I know. It's part of why I liked your band. Another immigrant girl with no dad who could deal with the world. Not just white kid Miami high school. The whole huge world. It was awesome. You were awesome. Thank you. It means a lot. Me and Lucy always hoped we'd have fans like you, even when no one came to our shows. Okay, so why didn't Grace go to another clique? Nerd or not, she must have known another drug dealer at school. Why trust a stranger over an acquaintance? You know, now that you mention it, there were rumors that some kids would pick on her sometimes. I love Fairview, but some people, even some of my friends, can be shitty. A poor girl with good grades and bad clothes, easy target. Maybe Grace hated the school more than anyone. Marcy said she always seemed better than this place. Maybe she thought she really was. Maybe she wanted to prove she was cooler than all the people who made fun of her. Someone like that would be pretty vulnerable, I think. That's good insight. She wanted to act like a grown-up, even though she was scared and desperate. You know, the shithead kids at school always say that Jed could spot a mark a mile away. He likes spraying on tourists, too. You're right. Thanks for your help, Tala. It's been huge. Let's get lunch sometime. You can tell me about your family. Sounds really interesting. Yeah, I'll do that. See you when I see you. This is gay. Interesting. I think I can work with that info. So Grace meets Jed for the first time, on his home turf. She never makes it home, never makes it to the hospital. She's vulnerable and scared, and all alone. Someone takes advantage of that. Where? Where do I go to look for her? Docks or highway? I hope I got all my facts right. Well, we'll see if we fail or not. I searched all night. Just me, a flashlight, a lot of dark alleys with no leads and no more information about Grace Woon. I went home. It was 4 a.m. Mrs. Woon is on my door at 6:30. I had just barely fallen asleep. Mrs. Woon, I'm so sorry I haven't found your daughter yet. It's not a lost cause, though I'll keep looking. Don't bother. She's been found. What? Where? The police arrested her. When they found her, asleep in some dirty alley, there was a felony amount of cocaine in her possession. Her skull was cracked open, her cheekbones fractured. Someone beat Grace almost to death. The police brought her to the hospital. But they will not release her to us. She's a criminal now. Oh, Mrs. Woon, I'm so sorry. Will they let you see her in the hospital? We have not attempted. We will not visit Grace. What? What do you mean? Grace has made this mistake on her own. Her punishment will be deserved. She deserves to suffer these consequences. Alone. Thank you for making the effort, Miss Martinez. I hope you are more successful in your next case. The rent is due on the 1st of the month. All of it. Is there anything I could have done? But she's already gone. My first case is a bust, I guess. I know I don't have the time to wallow in how bad this feels. I need to get back and work harder to get another case. I need to pay my rent and make this business work. But I really need a day to process. Mrs. Woon's face, the way it was frozen, almost emotionless. Almost, but not quite. She knows exactly where her daughter is now, but that information helps no one. Not Grace, not the Woons. I'm actually a little glad that Mama is expecting me for dinner. If I'm going to make that date, though, I better get more sleep. Like, a lot more. Yeah, I'll do that. The sun is going down by the time I woke up, which, of course, means I was late for dinner. Mama was not happy. She spent all of dinner saying variations of, if you can't be on time for dinner with your mother, then why even have this bad job? Mickey keeps shooting me sympathetic looks from across the table, but I think he's just happy to be the good kid for once. After we clear the dishes, Mama turns on the game shows, and Mickey drives me home. You can't be too mad. Mom made flan. She knows it's your favorite. Come on, Cello. You know she doesn't mean most of that stuff. She just gets in a mood, and she knows you're always disappointing, no matter what I do, or how I do it. I was going to say, she knows you're always Papa's little girl. She wanted a daughter in her image, but you're always going to be our father's. But Papa's been gone for almost a decade now, Cello. You can't ignore Mama and mourn the dead for the rest of your... Papa's not dead. Thanks for the ride, Mickey. Cello, don't be this way. You know we're both proud of you, me and Mama. But nothing, little sister. Mickey? I don't always remember his face. I don't remember how his mustache felt. I don't even remember how tall he was, really. But when I close my eyes, I can hear his voice inside me saying, Cello, we have to help the helpless. It really meant something to me, Mickey. See? You're his daughter, all right. Thanks, Hermano. So apparently we can restart because it goes unsolved. I'm gonna look up information about this game really quick because I'm interested. Ghosts of Miami. Walk through. Okay. We're gonna restart and try it out. I wonder if holding spacebar will do it. I just get to look at their faces like jiggling around. That girl's so gay. Oops, I hit the broad walk. Yeah, I know Grace. On the fast track to being a junkie, or as like I call it, a good client. Haven't seen her around lately, though. Let's see, if memory serves, Grace has a thing for uppers, but the designer stuff, the stuff that the Ivy League kids do, is out of her price range. You don't look like you're into the Blanca, Mommy. So I wonder, what illegal substance did you do with our mutual friend Grace, Senorita? Well, shit. Think Fastula. Hey, I get it. You don't have what I'm looking for. Grace said you might be a bit of a prick. Do you know where she might have ended up after you couldn't satisfy her? To church. She hadn't confessed in a long time. You should consider stopping by, Mommy. You got a real nasty mouth. Now, please. I have customers waiting. Well, one thing's for sure. That Jed knows Grace. Yeah. Oops. I went to the party. I don't think it'll matter if we skip out on Richard right now. Well, so much for going and seeing Richard, but I don't give a fuck. Probably should go and do Mickey in the docks. Too bad there's not like a really good fast forward button. It can't be helped. Wow, Brad, you only rolled in a little for a little while and you can feel the 80s vibe. It really is very 80s. It's very cute so far. A little intense, but you know. Now we look at the thing. I already went through this one, so I'm just fast forwarding so I can actually do the answers correct so I can, like, you know, actually do something with my life. I want Coco to play this game because I was immediately hit on by a 19-year-old and it was very sapphic. Also, your childhood friend is extremely sapphic as well. I was streaming Overwatch earlier, but I got salty, so Maggie talked me out of it. Alright, let's do this correctly now. Grab the instructions to make sure I'm not nuts. Okay. Alright, kid, give me the goods. Look at this Vanellope von Schweetz girl. Oh, Marcy, you're so cute. That's right. She dropped by the bank side to ask her boyfriend for money. I guess the well ran dry after Marcy told her to buzz off. So she pressures Trevor for cash. Instead, he gives her the name of a shady drug dealer and she leaves. It's weird. In her diary, she pretends that they're all lovey-dovey. He'll cook her dinner, do anything for her. Trevor doesn't give her any money, and she disappears soon after that. So where would she go after that? She's a good girl. She considers her options. Maybe she should go home. But that's not really an option, is it? I live downstairs from the Wounds. They're good people with high expectations. I've heard them yelling at her through the floor. Your grade on this test was a B-. You will go to a tutor. If they knew she was doing drugs, they'd fly off the handle. But she heard about Jed Powers. Some of the kids at school buy from him, so it must be cool and not really a stranger at all. So she goes to his turf on the boardwalk, and she knows him. And she's never met him in person, has she? Another wide-eyed poser. Despite what Jed Powers says, I know Grace was on the boardwalk that day. But what was she there for? Drugs? Yeah, that's right. According to both Marcy and the boyfriend, Grace was doing harder drugs, cocaine, I'll bet, just to keep up with her studies. I never cared enough about my classes to even study for them, let alone take stimulants. I guess after the uppers weren't enough, she just didn't want to feel anything at all. All of those grade school anti-drug campaigns must not be working if a good kid like Grace gets pulled in. Her diary doesn't say much about her life as it was, but it does paint a picture of what her life should have been. Straight A's, perfect boyfriend, that was the facade. And even after she started using, the pressure to be perfect was still on, so she goes to a stranger out of desperation and... Hey, wait, that's a good point. Why didn't Grace just go to one of her other friends? I mean, Fairview was nice, but... I always knew where to score, and I wasn't even one of those kids. I wonder if anyone's by their phone. Maybe I could call. I called Tala. I want to call Tala again, just not to alter my save too much. Even though it probably wouldn't alter my save at all. Probably all of these are inconsequential amounts. Interesting, I think I can work with that info. So Grace meets Jed for the first time on his home turf. She never makes it home, never makes it to a hospital. She's vulnerable and scared and all alone. Someone takes advantage of that. Where? Where do I go look for her? I went for Under the Highway, and it says that's correct, apparently. Okay, I'll start my search there. Cross your fingers. Oh shit, yes. Okay. Okay, hold on. Now I can go back to chat. Yeah, the cocaine, literally, this is definitely a thing already. I was playing the new map, and I was playing Mystery Heroes, and my teammates were fairly incompetent in both areas. And I think Quick Play also, but I can't remember anymore, because I was too pissed. Yeah, it's Miami. It's true to Miami in the 1980s. I don't know if they still have cocaine problems there, probably, but, you know, this place sucks. It's dark, it smells like garbage, and I hate it with every ounce of my being. Also, as far as I know, Consuela is Cuban, Cuban-American, so, it's definitely Florida 1980. I've just been, like, dying inside every time I've been going in Overwatch lately. Like, the amount of stuff that's gone on since Brigitte was introduced, the rework for Symmetra's gone in, and then you have Hammond to put the icing on the cake. It's, like, been a real mess lately. I don't know if I'm gonna play it for a while. Maybe if they do a little more meta swap up, but I was just playing it because, you know, it's easy to play for my brain, but I don't think it's worth the stress right now. I need to actually go through my games library like I'm doing right now with this game. Seriously, what are the odds that I can find anything in this mess? It's late, and everything is weirdly quiet. Even my shoes sound too loud in this asphalt. But when I hold still... What's that? A moan? Grace? Grace Swoon? Aw, poor kid. Who are you? I'm not very seeing very... at all. Oh my god. Grace's face is messed up, like she's been kicked a bunch. She's definitely got some fractures, and she's definitely stoned. Grace, your parents asked me to find you. My name is Cello Martinez. I live downstairs from you. Do you know me? No, I don't remember. Girl, you are so messed up. We need to get you to a hospital now. You're wrong. Everything is fine. I'm fine. I'm a good student, and I don't get into any messed up stuff. Let's make sure that doesn't happen. I'm gonna find a payphone and call 911 and your folks. No! No, please. Please don't tell my mother any of this. Just drop me off at the emergency room. I'll figure something out. I'm a smart girl. Grace, you're broken. I don't honestly know what to do with you, but you really, really do need medical attention. Grace? She passed out. It's hard to see in the streetlights, but there's blood crusted in her hair. The topography of her face is shifted, strange, and colored by dark bruises. Okay, hospital first. When she's stable, we'll decide what to do. Edge of 17. Achievement unlocked. Grace is pretty messed up. The doctors insist that she'll be fine, but she's been in surgery for a couple hours now, and no word. She woke up up only long enough to beg that I not call her parents again. I was at her sweet 16. She kissed her baby cousin on the cheek. Mrs. Woon put the picture up behind the counter of the tiny market. Now I'm waiting here, all by myself, to see if the bones in her face can be set to look anything like that photo again, and I'm not supposed to tell her mom. Maybe Grace is right, though. When my mama found out about Mickey selling pot, she just threw him out of the house for months. And Mama Martinez was not nearly as strict as Mrs. Woon. Besides, Grace only started on the drugs because she wanted to do well in school. Who could blame her for trying too hard? What should I do? What would be the right thing to do? Oh, fuck's sake! I don't know what to do with that question. What the fuck do I do? What the fuck do I do? Oh my god. I don't want to make the wrong decision. Distressed honking. I hate this. I'm worried that I'm gonna fuck up since this is clearly a thing that I can fuck up. Let's go to the... okay. I think I would call Mrs. Woon, but like, holy shit, dude. Holy shit. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And how do I do it? This is just an achievement guide. This is not very helpful. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, yeah. But, like, also, I fear fuckery. Like, this is what, calling the parents would be what I would do in real life. But this game is kind of, like, tricked me a little bit. That's true. Alright, we're calling Mrs. Woon. There was a payphone by the front door. Mrs. Woon should be here soon. The meds they have her on must be pretty strong. She looks so peaceful, even though she's just out of surgery. She could have lost an eye. I've never actually been in a room like this. The strange beeps and hisses make me uncomfortable. Like Grace's body is expanded to the room, and all these machines are breathing for her, pumping her heart and keeping her alive. This is her room. She's just out of surgery, so she may not respond. Thank you. Oh my god. Is this my daughter? Grace? Mrs. Woon, I'm glad you're here. Please don't freak out. The doctor said Grace will be mostly fine. One of her cheekbones was fractured, so one day she may need... She hasses me with a gesture and wraps her hand around Grace's. There's nothing for me to say here, but something keeps me transfixed. Grace is so still on the hospital bed, and her mother is almost like a statue watching over her. Suddenly, Mrs. Woon slumps down, as if whatever energy keeping her upright has left. Would you like me to leave? No. Consuelo, please stay and tell me how this happened. How did you find her? I give her the broad strokes. When Grace wakes up, she can tell her about the drugs, the truancy. Grace was in a bad part of town and got beaten up. I tracked her there through friends and acquaintances. When she wakes up, Grace can give her mom whatever explanation seems right. I try to hang in there, but the sun is coming up, and even Mrs. Woon can tell I'm dead on my feet. Thank you for staying. Thank you for not giving up on my daughter. It was right to put my faith in you and your skills, Cello. That means a lot to me, Mrs. Woon. Do you mind if I catch up with you later? I've been up all night now. Let me call you a cab. You're a cab! That's the oldest fucking joke in the book. The sun was going down by the time I woke up, which, of course, means I'm late for dinner. Mama was not happy. She spent all of dinner saying variations of, if you can't be on time for dinner with your mother, why even have this bad job? Mickey kept shooting me sympathetic looks across the table, but I think he's just happy to be the good kid for once. After we clear the dishes, Mama turns on the game shows and Mickey drives me home. Okay, so I've already been through this part. Always disappointing no matter what I do. You're more Dad's kid. And Dad's not Dad. Bye, Mickey. You know. Okay, now we can actually do the next case. Brimshot mood, though. Okay, now we get to go to Melanie Schrader. I wonder if I should, though. I wonder how the save system works, actually. Let's just start it. I'll figure it out. It's probably in the settings. Not many people wake up early for paperwork, but it's important to document everything I've done, successful or not. When I was little, Detective Harris would visit for dinner and let me help him with his case files. Always be detailed, Cello, in case some lawyer decides to come after you. Good notes help everyone. Paperwork makes justice work. I guess that's a pretty dumb line, but he's right. I have to focus on the people I'm trying to help. It's important, and it helps me make the boredom tolerable. Phone call. Hey, maybe it's a new client. Or maybe it's an attractive stranger telling me they're in love with me and will hand deliver breakfast to my office every morning. Honey, please. I'm so hungry. I would destroy a short stack in about 30 seconds, if only. Hola, Consuelo Martinez, missing persons consultant. How can I help you? Hey, it's Lucy. Hell yeah. It's me, Chica. Oh, Lucy. Are you okay? You're never up this early, and you sound different. Not your usual vibrant self. Do I? I'm sorry, I guess. It's just so awful, and I do not know who to turn to. Hey, what's the matter? I received an unexpected message this morning. It seems Melanie is missing. Who? Our Melanie? Since when? Is there anybody who can help? For 3 days, she's not shown up for work. Her mother even called me, and you know how much Barbara hates us. Yeah, she once told me she'd have me deported if Melanie and I tied up her phone line again. What did she say? Sounds as if Melanie calls once a month and often asks for money. They don't talk beyond that, much less catch up, so Barbara was light on the details. A few weeks ago, Melanie called and asked for help with rent and groceries. Barbara demanded that she come home to visit. Melanie said no, but her mom kept trying. Not too surprising, you know how Mel feels about her mom. But then the end of the month came and went. Either Mel had a great payday, which does not appear to be true, or else she has not paid rent because... No need to speculate. All we know right now is that Melanie didn't need rent money for her mother. Well, you look into it. I'll pay you. Well, Papa will pay you. I will speak with him. Hey, don't worry about that for now. I don't even know where to start looking for Mel. It's been a long time. I feel the same. Melanie's mother gave me her address. Here. You're on the phone. How did she give you the number? Did she fax it? Northwest 15th Avenue and 65th. Isn't that in Liberty City? Is it? I believe you. I do not go to the mainland if I can help it. I'm glad you're willing to help. I wish there was something I could do. Gay. Just keep a smile on your pretty face. Remember, when Melanie started to come to band practice with us, she wanted to be your friend so bad. She started learning bass instead of doing geometry homework. We almost both failed that class. We used to make fun of you for cramming right before the quizzes. Trust me, I remember you and Mel would be in the bathroom doing your makeup instead of studying. Hey, Cello, if we're going to fail, we might as well fail beautifully. I guess it never mattered too much. I was always going to work for Papa, and Melanie was always going to be a pop star. Stars do not need good grades, right? Things ended up differently than I imagined. Melanie felt it too. Maybe this is why she drifted away. Let's not measure our lives based on dreams we had when we were kids. I wanted to play Major League Baseball. You're the only thing holding the Bankside together. What's this? What's with these hands? And I'm sure you manage a lot of other kinds of business for your papa. Maybe we could have helped Melanie stay on track, but this isn't your fault. You're right. I will stay optimistic for her future rather than get upset about things we do not know. That's something we can both do. I'll find Melanie. I promise. Can I swing by the bankside later tonight and let you know what I've found? I would like that very much. Please, in the meantime, call if there's any way I can support you. Papa will be pulling some cash together, too. Thanks. Where's Melanie working nowadays? I'll start there. Her mother said that she was working a drag club somewhere on the mainland. That's all I know. Hell yeah, drag club! I know she's wearing the pan flag, which is exciting because she's a disaster pan. She's already got the older mafioso after her, a 19-year-old girl who I feel weird about because she's extremely cute, but she's a high schooler. These two are 24, if I understood right. And then you have the cute EMT that we tricked, and then Lucy. Lucy, I think, technically also counts. I'll be honest, I'm surprised Barbara asked for your help. Her mama was such a horrible lady. Did you know she's running one of those English-only campaigns now? She told me when she called about Melanie, like she was so proud of it. Mrs. Schrader and I have been fighting this war for 10 years now. Remember when we permed Melanie's hair and she threatened to cut it all off? Hey, and then we snuck her into La Mariposa. Mel didn't speak a word of Spanish, but she looked so happy. I was so intimidated by you all back then, me with my old jeans and my messy eyebrows. Cholito, when you find Melanie, we will do our eyebrows together. Makeup too, and hair. Let's go and find her. I can't believe it. Melanie, Lucy, and I were so close in high school, but that's how it is with high school friends. We started doing our own things, having our own lives. We drifted further and further apart before we even knew it. Part of me says we should have kept in better touch, but there were little fights and big fights, and then Melanie was gone. I had such a hard time starting my own grown-up life. I couldn't keep track of everyone else's. But now, my old friends need my help. I'm glad I woke up early. Paperwork can wait. I better start looking for Melanie. I would assume last known address. Film theory? Okay. Liberty City. You can see the scars from the 1980 riots. Here's a glass window pane that got boarded up and never replaced. Here's some plastic that melted into the sidewalk. Miami loves building new stuff, but repairs to this neighborhood have been so slow. 15th Avenue got some of the worst of it. Detective Harris is going to kill me when he finds out I came here alone. It's okay, Cello. Just be careful and alert. I'll duck in, ask about Melanie, and leave before I draw any attention. Oh my god. Bradley, look at this woman. Here's the building. A menacing woman with leathery skin is sitting in a plastic lawn chair, partially blocking the door. You a bouncer? Excuse me, I'm looking for someone who used to live here. Are you the super? The landlady. Who's asking? A friend told me I could find Melanie Schrader here. Your friend's wrong. Ain't no Melanie, ain't no Schrader. Please, here's a photo. Are you sure she doesn't look familiar? Please just look. Wait, yeah. I seen her. Maybe a year ago, that girl took off. Sold most of her stuff. Hold on, I gotta do that. Fuck. I seen her. Maybe a year ago, that girl took off. Sold most of her stuff before then. Said she couldn't afford it. Imagine anyone not being able to afford a closet in this hole, huh? Do you know where she was working? A dingy little dance club in a basement in Overtown, owned by a sweet fat queen named Big Vanessa. The Cannery. Okay. I wouldn't go there by myself if I were a little twig like you, though. You look fragile. I love this weird lady. I bet everyone looks pretty fragile to you, man. She's got a thick smoker's laugh. It starts deep from her belly and erupts loudly from morale. Girl, you should have seen me in my wrestling days. I could pin any of the boys in my circle. These guns ain't what they used to be, but days go by when I still walk down a dark alley and think, that guy looks like a robber. I could take him if he tried that shit on me. He wouldn't even know what hit him. My dad was a baseball guy. Before he was gone, he taught me how to swing a bat like at an attacker. One day, little cello, a man may come for you. Swing where he cannot block with his arms. Swing while it will hurt. And where's your baseball bat now, little cello? I don't bring it along when I'm not in danger, ma'am. Ha! What makes you think you're not in danger? Your, welcoming demeanor. What's this little wibbly face? How cute. And your willingness to help me? I flash a smile, but I imagine it's as nervous as I feel. This woman is about as friendly as my old neighbor's bulldog. When she reaches into her purse, I half expect the woman to pull out a pistol and chase me off her property. But no, it's a flask. She takes a long pull, and then laughs uproariously. I am so relieved. Oh, she's got a nice smile. That's me, upstanding member of my community. This is where I send Mellie's mail when I can't be bothered to tell her to come get it her fucking self. She's not around these parts anymore. Not much. She hands me a slip of paper with an address on it. Just eyeballing it. It's in Overtown, around where they're building the highway interchange. Okay. It's hard to tell which neighborhood is tougher, to be honest. But the handwriting is definitely Melanie's. She'll swing by when she's, well, she's always broke. But she asks me for help when she's broker than usual. Her mother hasn't heard from her in 3 days, but Melanie didn't take any rent cash. Is that so? I'll tell you what, Cello, I got some off-the-books business here, some sources I could look into. Give me your number. Do you have an answering machine? I'll leave you a message if I find anything. A lady in my line of work tends to keep strange hours. What's that supposed to mean? It means if you're a cop, this conversation is over. Understood. If you leave a message, will you leave it with a name? No one's called me anything but Auntie in the last 20 years. Call me that. Thanks for your help, Auntie. I was immediately like, oh my god, this NPC, but I actually really enjoy her. She looks and smells like stale cigarettes. Auntie is a pimp. Okay. I thought so. I won't hold my breath waiting for a phone call. As I walk away, I notice Auntie shaking her now empty flask and cussing loudly to complain about it. At least the address is good, something tangible I can follow up on. If I follow every lead obsessively, I'll wear myself down. Better focus on the ones I know are worth chasing. Oh, who could that be? Tala. I wonder what she wants. Oh fuck. Okay, I want to return Tala's page because I'm interested. Hello, this is Cello Martinez. You paged me? Hey, I'm so glad you called back! What do you need? I was bored and felt like calling. This is the 19-year-old. By the way. Star Mina. Oh, you mean Mina Loveberry. Yes. She, yeah. Worn out but still will kill you. Yes. Really? I mean, that's nice of you, I guess. But don't you have school or something? Hold on. I need to screen cap this and yell at Coco. Just yelling at her in all caps. Coco, play this game! Not today. My grandma let me stay home for after an audition. What are you up to? Actually, I'm on a new case. This case is tying me up in knots. I'm looking for an old friend, and I'm worried about taking it too personally. I'm sure you're being a pro about it. Can I ask her? The details very hush-hush. I think you'd be interested. It's about Melanie Schrader. She missing? But I just saw her last week. What? Wait. Back up. How do you know Melanie? And how did you see her a week ago? Some friends and I snuck into a club last week. It was more like a dare than actually going, but then we actually went. Grandma would kill me if she knew. I mean, it's just Overtown. What's the big deal? The big deal is the street gangs fighting block by block to take over Overtown. Haven't you heard of Vonda's gang? Duh, it's been all over the news. But I'm not doing, like, gang stuff. We're only checking out the drag place, you know? The cannery. It was pretty cool. But my mind was so blown when I found out that Melanie was totally our waitress. Oh my god, Tala, you're a useless gay. She didn't recognize me or anything. I mean, I was a freshman when you guys were performing, so, like, what did I expect? But she chatted with us for a little bit and thanked me for being a big, dumb fan. I can't believe it. Was she, okay? Was she strung out? Do you know where she went after the shift? She seemed good. I mean, maybe a little wired. I don't know where she went, but I bet you I can find out in one phone call. No way. Wait, is this the kind of phone call you'd get into trouble for? Only a little bit of trouble. Come on, what do you say? One phone call? You're on. Oh, wait. Do I have to get off the line? Yes. Nah, I'll just hook you in. Didn't you ever do this? I'll be right back. I'll be right back on the line, but don't say anything weird, okay? There's about 30 seconds of dead air before Tala's voice is back on the line. What have I gotten myself into? OMG. It's the drag queen. This is Detective Ann Cox here at the Dade County Central District. Do you have a moment to talk about one of your employees? Who needs bail now? Nothing like that. We've received reports of a missing woman. Melanie Schrader? Melly hasn't been in for 4 days. Surprised someone called the cops this time. This time? So this isn't the first time she's disappeared? And not the longest time she's gone either. We have an address for her, but I'm not sure it's up to date. The woman on the call hesitates, and I'm absolutely certain Tall's about to be caught. Look, I can send someone from the precinct, but it's gonna be a cranky beat cop who's fighting southbound traffic without his morning coffee. All for an address. Fine. Let me check her file. This says... Yeah, we sometimes send checks to the place on 9th Street, 2nd floor. I hear the pen scratching as Tala writes down the address. Wow, she's really good at this. Thank you, miss. Please call DCPD Central if Melanie shows up. And I'll ask for you directly. Detective Cox, if I need to find you, which badge number? Well, that's the chief calling me. Thanks for the help. I can't believe you impersonated a police officer. That's a crime. I know, right? I thought she was going to catch us for sure. Well, at least everything worked out. Sorry if I freaked you out. Isn't this your thing, though? The cool detective pretends to be a concerned friend or something, and boom! Taped confession from a killer. I'll try that strategy next time. I think I want to be the kind of PI who asks direct questions and tries her best. I'm not really good at lying, or putting on any kind of performance. When we formed the Tank Tops, and when we did our first live show in front of real people, God, I was ready to die of embarrassment right there. But Melanie told me something I'll never forget. They won't love you for being brave, they'll love you for being loud. So cool! And then you got over your stage fright and had an amazing debut show, right? Not one little bit. They had to drag me into the cafeteria. It wasn't good. But with the rest of the girls, at least I could scream loud. Oh, come on. By the time I saw you, were the cool drummer. And hey, at least your songs had bass lines sometimes. That's more than you could say for, like, Social Distortion. The Tank Tops were more than Lucy's voice or George's stage presence. You were part of something awesome. Thanks, Tala. You gave me an ego boost, and you helped me with the case. You're great. Maybe I'll consider a career as a junior detective after all. This is gay, this is gay, this is gay, this is gay, this is gay. This is gay. Is Social Distortion a real band? Brad, you'd know this more than I would. Even if I had been a teen at the time, I probably wouldn't know the band. Call it on Social Distortion. Let's see. Social Distortion. Yep, that's a band.
Social Distortion is an American punk rock band formed in 1978 in Fullerton, California. I wish Aaron and Danny would play this game just so I could hear Danny go, "Oh my god!" Because he probably would know the band. We'll see about that. I had to earn my deputy badge. Maybe you'll get your chance later. Page me if you learn anything, alright? Gotcha! Bye! Whew! I wish I still had that much energy. Shake it off, Cello. There's a lot left to do. Okay, let's go. Check the local hospitals for Melanie. Check. I want to just go to Mel's apartment, because that seems like the easiest. She's got to shake off the gaze. Shake it off the gaze. You're just spreading the gaze by shaking them. Overtown was once the after party of Miami. Black performers who weren't allowed to stay in Miami Beach hotels came to Overtown to crash. Every time I'm here, I wonder what the neighborhood was like before they built the highway. Now it's all concrete apartments and rundown clubs. Development signs promise some improvement, but first they have to convince anyone to live in Overtown. No one wants to be caught between the cops and the cocaine gangs. Me especially. How did you end up here, Melanie? No address number, and her name's not on the buzzer by the door. Oh, I guess the front door's already open. I didn't hear the lock click. Oh! Oh, it's the lesbian from the beginning! Oh, it's the lesbian from the opening! Yes, this is where we found the little Korean girl. Oh, hey, that's for me. Can you hold the door for just a sec? Thanks, hon. You're a real lifesaver. A stranger slips through the open door and disappears down the hallway and into the stairwell. She's dressed flamboyantly, prettily. More beach than mainland, if you get my drift. It seems out of place. Oh, look, there's a stack of old mail right by the door, and... Yes, Melanie's in apartment 2B. To be or fucking not to be. Look at all these unpaid bills! This is really, like, sparse. Well, I'm 2 for 2 for mysteriously unlocked doors. Has someone messed with her deadbolt? And... Wait, is someone else here? Oh, wow. Who are you? What are you doing here? Looking for someone like you? I put up my hands and step fully into the tiny studio apartment. Some garbage crunches underfoot and I flinch. So does the tall blonde woman. I'm looking for a friend. Melanie Schrader. Do you know her? The woman relaxes noticeably and I share her relief. We're both strangers to this part of town and there are bullet holes in the brick outside. This isn't a place for a tense confrontation. For a minute I thought you were a loan shark or something. I'm Janet Lessig, but most people know me as Prince Charming. I need Coco to play this game! Coco, why are you asleep? Ah! Well, maybe I am looking for you. According to my mom, I should have settled with a Prince Charming 5 years ago. I'm gay. I'm Cello Martinez. Well, Consuelo, but, I'm looking for Mel. But you look exactly like my friend Georgia. Like a spitting image. You wouldn't be talking about Georgia Cooper, right? She's the reason why we hired Melanie in the first place. Georgia performed at the Cannery for a few months, and then she got picked up by a big-time talent scout out in the West Coast. I miss her. Ha, gay as fuck. Gay as fuck. She swore up and down that Melanie was a reliable worker, but sometimes she won't show up for days on another bender. She gestures to her clothing. Her suit vest is well cut and fits her waistline perfectly, but the fabric is cheap and bright. A costume. Was asked by my manager to come check on Melly. She's 3 hours late to her shift and hasn't called in or shown up at all this week. In case you were wondering why I look out of place. No, you look great! Very put together, I mean. Gay. Tall? Yes, Coco is a responsible adult. I strive to be Coco. Well, that's a series of compliments I will keep right here. She taps 2 fingers to her heart and grins like a magician. It's hard not to watch her hands as they move, drawing long, sweeping arcs in the air. Even when she's off stage, Janet is a performer. I believe I will call you Cello until you tell me you prefer Miss Martinez. I believe I would like that very much. Gay as fuck. I'm sure we'll find Melly if we put our heads together. Oh, wait, what? Oh, no. Prince... Janet, I don't want to put you in danger, and... Her legs are long, and she clears the distance between us fast. Her body bends over me, and I am eye level with her mouth. Ah! I can handle myself, Cello. Besides, you need my help. Come to the cannery tomorrow before dark. It's right around the corner. Doors open at 3, so if you want to see me, it'll have to be before then. You're clever. I'm sure you'll come by. Before I know it, Janet's pushed the business card in my hand. It's all black with her name and pseudonym in raised white letters. It's elegant. Boy! My God. The thirst. It's real. A drag king with a dazzling smile. No phone number or work address, though. I wonder how. Oh, while I was distracted examining the card, she slipped past me and out of the room. Put our heads together, or our faces. You know, smooch. Wow, that's quite the exit. Now that she's gone, I take a look around the room. It's hard to imagine the Melanie I knew living in a dingy place like this. And again, I didn't know much about her home life. At school, she was quiet with a mischievous streak. She got a kick out of breaking the rules, no matter how small. Oh, there's a flashback. My brain was like, did she just show up out of the blue? Dare me to steal his eyeliner? I won't dare you or double dare you. Besides, it's the drugstore. I don't think anyone will notice. If I come home wearing eyeliner and mascara, my mom will definitely notice. Okay. Say I'm Melanie. I've come back from my night out. My heels are killing me, so I take them off right away. I put my things down here on this stack of mail. Bill, another bill, third unpaid notification. Who cares about the mail? If I were Melanie, my favorite place would be the most colorful. Look at all these beautiful clothes. I bet she looks amazing in these white pants. This doesn't look like an apartment as much as a very, very big dressing room. So where do we keep stuff in a dressing room? You got this, babe. Remember? My mom wrote her home address on the inside of my jackets. I can't keep track of anything. That's right. Mel used to write things down on the only paper she had with her all the time. Receipts. Aha! On the back of this, takeout receipt 3 days ago. And Liberty City, 1 a.m. Liberty City? So Melanie had a date in her old stomping ground. Tala's lead was good then. I don't like her methods. There's no question she gets results. Hey, wait. Why did Auntie lie to me? She acted like she hadn't seen Melanie in a long time. Also, that's quite a trip to take at 1 in the morning. Over an hour walking fast, and with tired feet, too. And it'd be even harder to catch a cab. I wonder if Melanie had a place to crash near her old apartment. Too late to check it out now. It's a lead, though. I'm happy to be on Melanie's trail. Let's keep working hard. I'm exhausted, but I promised Lucy I'd meet her for dinner. Better head over to the bankside. Yeah, we're going on a date with Lucy. She's super fucking cute. Forcing your way to South Beach during the evening rush is the world's most awful experience. And there's a line outside the bankside, too. A part of me wishes I had just gone home. I'm glad I've gotten to know some of the staff here. I move towards the door and try to catch the attention of a bouncer. Whew, it's someone I know. Good thing I didn't change out of my working clothes before coming here. Dawn! Hey, Dawn! I'm here to have dinner with... Oh my gosh, Dawn, what happened? Good evening, Miss Cello. You're free to go in. Dawn, wait, you look like you need a doctor or at least a bandage. That's the worst shiner I've ever seen. My brother got his fair share of them. Also, he's been scratched from fucking all over. What's going on? Have you asked Lucia for the night off? We really need to clean that up. Now that I'm closer, I can see the strange wound a little better. Are those claw marks? Oh, he's crying. My stomach turns. Don't worry about Miss. Please. Alright, good night, Brad. This game is really cute. You could probably... I'd suggest just following up on the VOD because I'm going to play it, I think, probably to the end of this. Maybe. Depends on... It's 3 right now? Okay. Either you're going to tell me or I'm going to ask Lucy about it. She shouldn't have you working here at least. There's a first aid kit by the bar.
Iana posted me here as punishment. The cousins are in town, and the boss got chewed out for earnings this morning. Everyone's stressed out. The cousins. The boss. I forget sometimes that Lucy is an Escobar. Her father, Rafael Escobar, is in charge of the bank side, but he also safeguards some of the other Escobar interests in Miami. Lucy insulates me from a lot of it, but the Escobars have been doing business in America for over 10 years now. The drug wars are in the news every night. Word on the street is that the Medellin cartel doesn't trust Rafael with more responsibilities, and they're looking for new talent to expand their empire in the States. And the perfect candidate may already be here. Who am I kidding? Lucy doesn't want me to know about her family's enterprise, and for the sake of our friendship, I don't ask. But sometimes, the evidence of the cartel's violence is right in your face. Or, in this case, Dawn's face. Stressed out? Someone hit you. Hard. I spoke out of line, and there were consequences. I said nothing to you, okay? This is a good job, and I don't want to lose it. A good job? I can't believe it! I would want to say something. But Don has already turned away from me. He's opened the velvet rope for two beautiful women, who look at me expectantly. I better not make a scene, not here at least. If the Colombian Escobars ruffled Lucy's feathers, I can't tell at all. She looks as cool as ever. Cello, my beautiful friend! It's always a pleasure to see you at the bankside, or anywhere at all. Lucy, are you okay? I heard there was trouble earlier. It's been a stressful day. I'll need a 2-hour massage at least. Please don't worry. Whenever my family visits, the staff worries. Gossip, it's more deadly than bullets. The Medellin cousins have endured 30 cases of liquor and are at this minute wrecking the villa in Key Biscayne. Do you mind staying here for dinner? Rex is in charge of the kitchen this week, and I have been aching to try his fish tacos. I'm not satisfied with her explanation, but maybe this isn't the place or time to grill Lucy about her family, not while I'm searching for our mutual friend. Melanie could be in danger. What should I do? Let Lucy change the subject. Honestly, I was going to ask the same thing. I've been all around the city today, and I'm exhausted. Then we take the back table and demand tacos and rum shots until I say we can stop. I have scheduled a surprise. Lead the way. She takes my hand in an iron grip, and we weave through the dense crowd. Lucy could walk this place blindfolded and at peak hours. An electric impulse flows from her palm to mine. Without knowing why, I can tell she's more tense than she looks. Her fingers pulse and twitch around mine. Back in high school, Georgia would say, "Oh, how cute, a graphic. Cello, you need to be precise, not creative. Don't reinvent the drum line. Your job is to keep the rest of us in line and in sync. Got it?" So, I'm the clock and you're the talent. What's Lucy's job? My throat is getting sore, G, and I'm starving. And Melanie's fingers are hurt. I could keep going. I'm okay. See, Mel's going to keep going, and so am I. Lucy, your voice will get stronger. You'll own the mic, and you're not going to let it defeat you. You get it, Cello. Lucy won't ever let herself be conquered. She's the backbone, here to be strong and give that strength to the rest of us. Lucy is uncharacteristically quiet and distracted. Over the years, I've gotten used to Lucy's caginess, but it still gets to me sometimes. I want to talk about Melanie and get back out of there. Lucy insists that we eat and digest before we discuss the case. She can't handle more bad news and on an empty stomach. She gets her way, as usual. And as usual, she manages to surprise me. After dinner, we retreat to a quiet corner of the bankside. Oh, we're sitting down here, but there's a phone on the table. Who are we calling? I told you I wanted an update on Melanie's case. Well, so does Georgia. Georgia? Georgia was the only one of us to make it big. After performing around Miami for a bit, she got picked up by a producer and moved her to San Francisco. This is why I wanted us to wait. Surprise! A thick velvet curtain muffles the sound from the rest of the club. Despite the evening's drama, I scoot my chair close to Lucy's until we touch. As the phone rings, I glance at her face. She's as giddy and as happy as I am. Hello, this is G. Huh? Georgia, we're both here as promised. Hi, Georgia. How's the West Coast? Beautiful and great, just like you? You too. I miss Miami. The ocean never gets warm around here, so people don't go into it. A cold ocean. Why bother? I miss you too as well. Sometimes when the cold air comes off the bay, I wish you could come out here just to bring me some sunshine. I'm sending you warm, sticky, sweaty thoughts. Oh, hey, isn't it dinner time where you are? I'll grab some food before the curtain tonight.
You have a show? What are you wearing? Do you get to sing? Blue and silver taffeta. You should see this thing. It's enormous. I have the biggest shoulders in the Bay Area. I wish you could be here. I should never have moved away from my two biggest fans. No way. You stay there, and in 100 years, when I've saved up enough money, I'll come visit you. How's the investigation going? Georgia's tone becomes soft and concerned. In that instant, I miss her so much that my chest aches. I'm looking for Melanie. A few leads, but it's not. Oh, cello. What does that mean? I'm looking for Melanie. You can't be talking about Mel Schrader. Good joke, ladies. Tell me you're joking. Lucy? Cello? Can one of you say something, please? Didn't she tell you? None of us have talked for such a long time. I thought we would get on the phone first and then... Melanie's missing. Lucy found out this morning, but she's been gone for days, and based on what I learned today, it's serious. I'm sorry, Georgia. I thought you already knew. It's okay. Hey, can you start from the beginning? We tell her about Barbara's call, and then I describe my day. Georgia is quiet throughout, but we both hear the sniffling through the line. When I'm finished, Georgia takes a few deep breaths before saying anything. Cello, before we start, I want you to know I'm proud of you for starting a business, and I'm extra proud that you're helping our friends. Of course, I want you to work hard and be the best PI and find Melanie, but whatever happened to her isn't your fault. Lucy, you're not allowed to beat yourself up either. It's hard to reach me nowadays, and I'm glad you asked me to make a little time, even if... I imagine Georgia by herself in her apartment, coughing to cover up her tears. After Melanie disappeared the first time, Georgia fought the hardest to keep us all together. I need to make time for this. Let's work on finding Melanie. I haven't said it out loud yet. But what if I can't? I guess then, well, that crossed path on your lifeline has to mean something. Emotional hardship, right? That's palm reading. That's not real. That's what you get for having a low Venus mound. You can't find her. If you can't find her, if you decide that she can't be found, then we'll decide how to respond to it then. I won't speculate about my feelings, since I'm too busy hoping you'll find her. I know you'll find her, Chalito. It's a lot of pressure. I want to tell you for sure that Melanie will come home soon. From what you've described, you've been all over Dade County looking for her. I'm surprised you haven't gone to the cannery yet. Yeah? She called me for help about a year ago, so I put in a few calls at some clubs where I used to perform. The cannery on the edge of over town. They hired her as a barback. Did you warn them about Melanie? They knew she had some bad habits, but for a few months at least, she was pretty reliable. And more recently, Mel's a grown woman. Her boss doesn't call me when she disappears. Shame. Either way, it sounds like you should check out her workplace, right? Right. Can you remember anything about Mel's life, like where she might have gone if she needed money? Georgia. It's been a long time since we talked. Anything I know is way out of date, I'm afraid. I don't mean to sound accusatory, but... Have you called her recently? No. No excuses. We drifted apart and that was it. Me neither. Then again, Melanie and I have not been close since the thing in high school. Ah. The thing? What? That one show we did where when we were like 16? It was so long ago. Who remembers? Yeah, it's been a while, but you never apologized for it. I did not do anything wrong. What's it? What are you talking about? The night of the show, Mel got drunk. Like, basket case lying on the bathroom floor drunk. I didn't know what to do. I thought we had to call an ambulance. Turns out, all she needed was a bump of cocaine. She was right back on her feet. So you gave Melanie her first hit. Oh boy, that's bad. This is bad, this is bad, this is bad. I'm worried my best friend isn't as innocent as claim should be. Oh boy. And only that hit. None of this was my fault. Don't get defensive, Lucy. Then stop attacking me. We were young and foolish, and we made many mistakes back then. If I stopped to regret all of them, I would never be able to live my life. How about you? I hate it when she gets like this. Fiery, intractable. She stares into space at invisible enemies and vows to destroy them. I reach out and touch her hand, but it's impossible to reach her. I wish I'd known, but it doesn't affect what she was doing the night she disappeared. Right now, it's not helpful. Okay, yes, we're all still friends. I just want her to be okay. Then we must let our cello resume her work. I will order a car for you. Rest well tonight. Wait, are you sending me home? No worries. I've got to head out too, if I want to get a snack before curtain call. Call me again, okay? That's a cute outfit. Well, it was so wonderful to hear your voice, G. We'll talk again sometime soon. We hang up, we say our goodbyes. Lucy hurries me out the door and won't look me in the face as she does. When I get home and crawl into bed, I'm thankful for it. I'm tired all over and glad to rest. I think I need to climb into bed because my eyebrows hurt. Got so late last night that I almost forgot the envelope that Lucy handed me. For your cab ride home, she said. At least I won't have to worry about rent for a while. Oh, there's something on the answering machine. Oi, Cello, it's Mickey. Call your ma. Okay, Ma, I did it. Will you stop? Too tired for a lot of this. I think my notebook is already packed so I can get on the road immediately. Coffee is not a horrible idea considering my head is pounding. Coffee and an egg sandwich with a slice of cheese, maybe a glass of milk on the side. Every food sounds delicious, but I don't have time to grab breakfast. There's work to be done after all. Okay, maybe I have a little time to eat, but after that. How does I save, game? I need to leave. Oh, okay. Return to main menu in progress. Save. Yes. Okay. This is a fun game. I think it's pretty cute. What do you guys think? If anyone is still here to speak. I think it's cute. I think I'll follow it up. I might just play this on, like, maybe I'll take it and put it on Fridays or something. I gotta play Sailor Moon tomorrow, though, so I'll see you guys then. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.